inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts.
Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't. That's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
The gas in the middle of the set, never leave. She's so bad and the chick made the play. The gas in the middle of the set, never leave. She's so bad and the chick made the play. The gas in the middle of the set, never leave. She's so bad.
Doesn't matter what sport you're talking about. If you go down 3-0 in any series, you're fighting nearly an impossible uphill battle. Feels like the series kind of rides on this game right here.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Darvish will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Yu Darvish is what you look at when you're looking for an ace. Big, strong guy, came over from Japan, 95 to 97 miles an hour, all the way back from Tommy John surgery, has the curveball, the changeup, and the slider, will throw any pitch at any count. One of the top pitchers in the game, and you'll know early. If he's seeing a lot of swings and misses and strikeouts, it's going to be a long day for those guys swinging the bats.
And he fouls this one off. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Swing and a miss on the cut fastball, 1-2. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. So one out and nobody aboard. And up next, the exciting left-handed bat of Andrew Benintendi. Fouled away. The 0-1 on its way. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Earl Hendricks.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, the book kind of on Earl Hendricks is he likes one side of the plate or the other. Could it be where he sets up behind the catcher?
It could be, Dan, but as a hitter, that's all you look for. I'll give you a little bit off the outside edge if you're going to be consistent with it.
The next batter will be Luis Robert, trying to avoid becoming the third strikeout victim of the inning here. That fastball taken for strike one. 2 out, nobody on. And this pitch into the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Little chopper back to the mound. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Lance Lynn gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
And right into the shift. And the throw to first is in time, 1 gone. Now here's a look now at the Angels starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. In his career against his opponent on the mound, he has a lifetime average of over 400. That's a lot of success, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him have some really good at-bats and make a difference in this one.
Drilled to first, and that is through into right field for a single.
That is good. The 17th, Mike Trout.
And that'll bring Mike Trout to the dish. In his career against this pitcher, he has 7 hits in 32 at-bats. And of those hits, 3 of them were of the home run variety. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. time for Mike Trout, and the Angels are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Stepping in now, Jared Walsh. Shoots this down the right field line. Benintendi back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are two gone.
Batting good. The left field.
Two down, no one on base. And that'll bring up Joey Gallo. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. As he swings and grounds it toward the hole. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that... Now it'll be Marcus Semien. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. And that's in there for a strike. There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled a ball 1-1. Pitch on the way. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that's through for a hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And the White Sox get something going here. It's a leadoff double.
This is exactly what you want to do when you've gone down by 2 runs. Answer the bell. So he leads off the next inning and gets them going with a double. Now if they can scratch a run or two across this inning, they'll be right back in this one.
At the plate, Jesse Winker. As the first pitch here has been high, it's ball 1. And it's fouled away. Fouled off.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we are going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
Another one sent foul. Semien leads off second with nobody out. Ball 2.
No, that's it.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
Pulled toward right center field. Altuve backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. So now a runner on at second with 1 away. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Hit high and deep out to left. Left fielder looking up. Gone!
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
And that'll bring up Matt Olson. As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 1 for 4. Weighing inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. Still only 1 out in the inning. He's got it.
That's the foul ball.
Bounce to the right, into the loaded-up infield. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of that. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
As he'll take a look at ball 1.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, Anthony Rendon. Into center field, line drive base hit. So it's a good start for the Halos as their leadoff hitter reaches base.
Hey, some guys can handle the postseason lights, and this is obviously one of them. Another base hit leading off for the boys. This guy's had a monster postseason so far.
Right to him. The throw pulls him off the bag. So definite problems on that last play, and they'll hit the first baseman for the error. So following the error, it's now runners at first and second. And next it'll be the outfielder, Shogo Akiyama. First pitch of the AB now. Grounded down the third baseline. Okada has it. The throw pulls him off the bag. So you can mark that one down at 95, and I bet he'd like to have that one over. At the plate now is Max Stassi. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. Grounded to third. There's one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
A bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
And he fouls this one off. Men on third with 2 down. Yanked on the ground down the line. This will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Winker finds some space out there for the catch to retire the... All set for the start of the inning. And up next, the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-1. Strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. No balls and 1 strike. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball. He's behind in the count 0-2.
Hey, if this guy's able to execute that two-seamer down and away consistently, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. He's going to get a lot of weak contact. He might even get a few knots on some people's shins.
The left-handed hitting Andrew Benintendi stands in. A swing by Benintendi, and this is driven to deep right. Akiyama is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at what's happening in the National League Championship Series, as they've got a good one brewing over there as well. So stepping in is Luis Robert, 0 for 1 here in the early going. First delivery to him, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Softly hit to the left side. And he's safe. And now, Marcus Semien, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were 2 bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes 1 swing.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Moncada on second. Robert at first. 2 out in the inning. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. So here is Shohei Ohtani. He singled first time up.
The designated hitter, Shohei.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Now Ohtani with a swing and a deep drive to right. Looking up is Benintendi, and this one is gone. A home run. A solo home run there for Shohei Ohtani. And it's given the Angels a 4-2 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Here's the center fielder, Mike Trout. They'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Lynn's ready, coming at him with the 0-1. Hot shot to third. Moncada gloves it. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning. Now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jared Walsh. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Looking up is the right fielder, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His 3rd home run of this series. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Wow, nothing more demoralizing than giving up 3 home runs in the first 3 innings of a game. There's having a guy's number, and then there's absolutely owning him. This could be the latter. Here's Joey Gallo now.
Shoots this down the right field line. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So the bases are empty with 2 gone now. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Winker will wait on it. And that will retire the side. Now in the box, Jesse.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
That's the ball.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder. Winker tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
The problem for the batter now is he's gotten so inside conscious after those first 2 pitches, anything on the outer half of the plate is going to look a foot outside.
Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batter.
Ready to take his hacks again, Eloy Jimenez blasted a 2-run homer in his last at-bat. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. That missed. Close. It's ball 2. 4th inning here, already a 5-2 score. And he's way off balance with the swing there. And this is on the inside edge, perhaps off the inside edge, but it's a called strike. 2-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Now another 2-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first two are retired here to begin inning number 4. That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0 home is taken, strike 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. The batter will be Yoshitomo Tsutsugo. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Shortstop.
Lynn looks in. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's the first down.
The right fielder, number 4.
So bases are empty with 1 gone. And that'll bring up Shogo Akiyama. First pitch on the way. Hit to third. First will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th.
The catcher, number 33.
So next to bat will be Max Stassi. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Angel. Welcome back to Anaheim as we check in with Heidi Watney. Into the box, Javier Baez.
Leading off the
He's set, here it comes. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Altuve at second. Fielded cleanly. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Now that the catcher.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And that's swung on and missed for strike 1.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
Behind 0-2 now. We're in the 5th inning here. 5-2 is our score. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ballgame. So here's Yoan Moncada. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1. 1-1.
1-1.
And they'll come back with
2-1.
1 in the third as the count moves to 2-1 now. Swing and a miss there, and it's 2-2.
If he's able to locate that 2-seamer down at the knees, he's going to get a ton of swing and miss and a ton of ground balls today.
And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here. So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring in Jose Altuve.
The second baseman, Jose.
Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And it's 1-1.
Jeez,
1 ball, 1
finally.
strike.
That's the first ball they've taken all night. Do it again, I dare you.
Very weakly on the ground.
Put that in a memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And another foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. On the ground to the left side. That's out number one.
Up next for the Angels.
Shohei Ohtani digging in next. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. First pitch of the AB now. He had to be looking for something else to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Guess where he's going with this next pitch? Probably a little further outside. See if the fish are still biting.
Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2. Fouled off. 5 runs, 5 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. Pulled toward right center field. And this is hauled in just shy of the track out there for out number 2.
Now batting, center fielder.
Ready now is Mike Trout. He launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. Sent on the ground, but right into the shift. Rwanda Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. Leading off the inning, it'll be Andrew Benintendi, and they could use a spark from him here. And a first pitch slider is right there for strike 1.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in a 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Looking for his 10th strikeout. Here's the pitch.
Hey, this is a real pesky hitter right here. As a pitcher, you really like to keep this guy off the bases. This is a guy that kind of sets the tables for big innings.
Little dribbler up the first baseline. Here's another 1-2. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out.
Now batting, the center fielder.
1 out for Chicago here in the 6th. And in to bat next is Luis Robert. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Popped up. Walsh over to his right. 2 down. Ready now for the White Sox, Marcus Semien. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. And he falls behind 0-2. Again, another foul ball. Just hung in there on that one. 0-2, here it is. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He's there to track it down, and that'll end. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and stepping in the long ball threat, Jared Walsh.
He turned around that fastball and drove it out of the park in his previous at-bat, so there's got to be a good chance they mix it up right here on him and try and go off speed.
And it's quickly 0-2. Lynn steps into his windup. Here comes the pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. Now to the plate, here is Joey Gallo. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Waiting on it is Benintendi. 2 down.
The third baseman, number 6.
2 men are out now in the Angels' 6th. And the next hitter will be the right-handed bat of Anthony Rendon. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. The 0-1 pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. This will get foul for strike 2. 5-2 is our score here in inning number 6. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Hard hit toward the hole, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, this guy's having a big series in the postseason. It looks like to me that the moment isn't too big for him. He's slowing the game down. He looks terrific.
Yeah, absolutely. Postseason monster right here. Huge series. And a big lead when you have one moment mid-May, but to do it when it gets cold outside means everything.
Garrett Crochet takes over here with a runner at first and 2 gone in the inning. So now to the plate, Yoshi Tsutsugo, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Rendon leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. Grandal gathers, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on. Patrick Sandoval is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Jose Ruiz gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th. And now here is Shogo Akiyama. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the 7th. Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Now the 0-1. Liner towards second. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Up next to the catcher, Matt Stassi.
Standing in now, Max Stassi, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Ruiz rarely finds himself in much trouble out of the bullpen, at least in terms of giving up base hits. He's proven to be a tough guy to barrel up. Ready with the 1-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. What does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
First pitch on its way, as he'll swing and hit this one hard, but foul off to the left and out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Swing and a miss got him reaching. That's back-to-back strikeouts now, as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, man. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Simeon's there. Throw on to Olsen will take care of him at first, and that ends the inning. New inning set to get.
Ball 4, take away.
Up next. So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. And the pitch. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one, too.
So we got him swinging. Andrew Benintendi becomes the first out of the inning. Luis Robert comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
1-1 the count now. A bouncer up the middle. And that gets through for a one-out base hit. Marcus Semien, as he'll take strike one on the inside corner. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
Pitch inside. The throw, and no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike two.
The offensive approach here is simple. You know the pitcher's going for the K, so set your sights middle of the plate. And then don't worry about the infielders. They're so close, hard contact is a guaranteed ribby.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Next up, Jesse Winker. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Count now a ball and a strike. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Good pitch there, called a strike on the inside corner.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Here's the 2-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Number 58 enters from the bullpen to do the pitching. Ready now for L.A. Mike Trout is working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Here's the first pitch.
The center fielder, Mike Trout.
Now the pitch. Liner into right center. That's a base hit.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
To the plate now, Jared Walsh. And a good spot for that pitch is it's Trout foul. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? The second for one. Relay to Olsen, and they turn the double play. Next to hit, Joey Gallo. He flew out in his last AB.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end. So to the plate is the White Sox DH. He'll lead things off here in the ninth with his guys in danger of falling into a very difficult to escape 3-0 deficit. The windup and the 0-1. Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2.
2-2.
Hit down the third baseline. Fielded by Rendon. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Next up is Matt Olson. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. And here's a slider for a called strike, and he's behind 1-2 now. Slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch. It hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Here's Javier Baez. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
Man, that pitch had the look of a fastball. Straight changeup.
Struck him out, and that'll do it tonight for the White Sox.
Hey, listen, you don't always want your closer to have to go 2 innings on a regular basis, but in this game, it was necessary for this one. He had just enough to get the job done.
A tight ball game all throughout. Winds up a slim 1-run victory in the end as we get you one final look at our line score. This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4 the final tally. The Los Angeles Angels take a commanding 3-0 lead here in the League Championship Series. Darvish pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.